Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, campers, whatever time you're viewing this video. And I hope you take the time as campers to really use this information to benefit you as you get prepared for the upcoming school year. With everything that's going on, you still have to learn. It's important that you begin to believe in yourself each and every day by putting the work in. So on the first day of school, you're not going to be overwhelmed with all of these things that are going to be going on, because remember, you're still going to be required to take tests and be evaluated and quizzes, and then you have the end of the year assessment. We don't know what tomorrow is going to bring, but the best thing we can do is be prepared for ourselves. So here today, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, we're going back into reading literature, language arts, Florida standards, reading literature 1.1. We're going to do a review on all these things that we learned regarding theme and dealing with key ideas in detail under this particular standard of 1.1. And a quick reference regarding theme. Theme is a key message or lesson communicated in a story, a poem, or play by the author. And a lot of things that we need to understand regarding theme is not specifically stated within the text. So you as the reader, you have to be willing to go through each sentence, build a good platform of understanding how the author structured the story, craft and structure. So when we get into it, we need to walk away with some questions that we need to ask ourselves, like what is the major lesson that I'm going to be learning from this? And there may be smaller lessons, and that's what's also important. So you can't be lost in your reading and see a lesson within the text, but it may not be the major lesson, it may be one of the smaller lessons. And that's important as a reader, that you develop a keen understanding that throughout a story, there may be multiple lessons, especially in literature, that the author is conveying through a story. So in part of this process, you need to be able to determine within a short story, maybe within a story, there are shorter stories that have their own individual themes, or different ideas, or different lessons. And you don't want to just focus in on maybe just one. It may be a broader one that covers the full spectrum of the text itself. So what you need to be certain of in evaluating is, like, who are the characters? Who are the main characters? What's the setting like? And when we talk about setting, the environment, the mood of everything, that's going, the tone, what mood do you receive from it as the reader? And the plot, following the plot, the sequence of plot. So we're going to talk about that also. And all the different elements within the story that the author is using. Within a text, the author may use a lot of figurative language in literary pieces, metaphors, similes, hyperbole. So you have to be very aware of those things as you prepare to go back into working on these things when it comes to literature. And don't be afraid to make inferences and draw conclusions. Have that algebra mindset. Be willing to work on the unknown. Think about the unknown. What could be said, or how can I include myself as part of the process? And people, you like to say, take an educated guess. I don't want you to take an educated guess. I want you to make an educated evaluation by going through steps and follow the same pattern. Always look at the title. Always look at the introduction sentence of each paragraph and see how the author opens up each paragraph within a piece of literature, and see if you can figure out where the author is going. So don't be afraid to ask yourself questions. Why did the author write this? Who is he writing about? Who's doing what? When did this take place? How, where, and what? So as we delve into theme this week more and more, be prepared in the literature section, because we're going to also talk about a couple of other sections regarding theme and main idea. We're going to cover informational text, history, and social studies, which is one of the areas where it's very important for reading comprehension, because remember, we don't just read in language arts class, we work on reading to learn in all the other classes. So, and also in science and technical subjects. So I look forward to seeing you later on in class. So once again, start preparing yourself for the final assessment, which is the introductory assessment we did, which may be 8 to 10 questions from week 2, day 1. So if you didn't do that introductory assessment, go back and do it, because we're going to retake it at the end and reassess your learning level and growth, because I know you did an awesome job. And also, when we dive into Excel this week, we're going to B1 under 1.1. We're going to do an assignment B1 under 1.1 regarding themes. So I'm Mr. McDaniel. Look forward to seeing you on the other side. Remember to believe in yourself. Take care.